Reality feels solid, predictable, reliable, but only because your brain works very hard to make it feel that way. There are things we accept every day that quietly don't add up. They work, they happen, they're real, but they only make sense if reality itself is incomplete. These are 10 things that only make sense if reality is broken. Consciousness exists at all we understand neurons. We understand signals, we understand chemistry. What we don't understand is why any of that produces experience. Why there is something it feels like to exist. You can describe the brain perfectly and still not explain awareness. Consciousness doesn't emerge logically, it appears, and that alone suggests reality is missing a piece. Observation changes outcomes. In some situations, things behave one way when unobserved and a completely different way when measured. Nothing physically changes about the system, only the act of observation. Reality reacts to being watched. If outcomes depend on attention, then reality isn't independent, it's responsive. Mathematics describes the universe too well. Math isn't physical, you can't touch it, it doesn't exist in space. Yet the universe obeys it with unsettling precision. Abstract symbols predict real events better than intuition ever could. Why should reality follow rules invented in the human mind? Unless math wasn't invented. Unless it was discovered, time only moves in one direction. Most physical laws work forward and backward. Time doesn't. Memories form only in one direction. Causality flows one way. Entropy increases. No one knows why time has an arrow. If the universe were perfectly logical, time would be reversible. It isn't. You feel continuous, but you wrench your body constantly replaces itself. Cells die. New ones take their place. Your thoughts stop and start. Your attention jumps. Your memories fade. And yet, you feel like the same you. That sense of continuity isn't guaranteed by biology. It's stitched together. Randomness produces structure. Random processes somehow produce order. Galaxies form, life emerges, complex systems stabilize. Pure randomness shouldn't build meaning, but it does, unless randomness isn't truly random, or unless reality favors patterns. Either way, the rules don't fully explain the outcome. The brain predicts reality before it happens. Your brain doesn't wait for information, it predicts it. It guesses what you'll see, hear, and feel, then corrects itself if it's wrong. Perception is a controlled hallucination that usually aligns with the world. If your experience is a prediction, then reality is something you negotiate with. Identity can disappear without breaking the mind. Under certain conditions, people report awareness without identity. Thoughts happen. Perception continues. But the feeling of me is gone. The mind functions without the self. If identity were fundamental, this shouldn't be possible. It suggests the self is optional. Meaning exists in a meaningless system. Physics doesn't include purpose. Atoms don't care. Forces don't intend. And yet humans experience meaning, value, and significance. Meaning shouldn't exist in a purely mechanical universe. Unless meaning isn't produced by reality, but layered onto it, reality works without being fully understood. You rely on systems you don't comprehend. Electricity, computation, medicine, probability. Reality doesn't wait for understanding to function. It allows incomplete models to work anyway, as if precision isn't required for participation. If reality were perfectly whole, everything would line up. But it doesn't. Consciousness appears without cause. Time flows without explanation. Observation changes outcomes. Meaning exists without permission. Maybe reality isn't broken, maybe it's unfinished, and we're living inside the gaps.